Martha Chase. Martha Cowles Chase was born on 30th November 1927 in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, United States of America. She pursued her undergraduate studies at the College of Worcester. She pursued her undergraduate studies at the College of Worcester, earning a bachelor's degree in biology in 1950. She later enrolled in a doctoral program at the University of Southern California, USC, though she did not complete her PhD. As other narrators clearly declared that she earned her PhD in 1964. Martha Chase is best known for her outstanding role. She was best known for her outstanding role in the Hershey chess experiment of 1952, which she conducted with Alfred Hershey at the Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory. At the time, scientists debated whether DNA of proteins carried genetic information. At that time, scientists were arguing that which of the two carries hereditary information. Is it DNA or protein? Chase and Hershey sought to resolve this argument. Chase and Hershey sought to resolve this question using bacteriophages, viruses that infect bacteria. They level the DNA of the virus with radioactive phosphorus 32 as P32 and the protein card with radioactive sulfur 35 as S35. Why? Because DNA contains phosphate groups, meaning it has phosphorus, while protein contains sulfur. So that's the reason why they made such design in the experiment. After the viruses infected Escherichia coli, E. coli, meaning the bacteria, they used a blender to separate the viral protein cards from the bacteria. They took away the supernatant, the precipitate. They found that the radioactive DNA, not the protein, entered the bacterial cells. They discovered that the radioactive DNA, not the protein, entered the bacterial cells and directed the production of new viruses. The key discovery in the experiment was DNA, not protein. as the genetic material. The key discovery in the experiment was DNA, not protein. Meaning DNA is the genetic material instead of protein. This experiment was a landmark in molecular biology, confirming that DNA is the molecule of heredity, a vital step toward the later discovery of the DNA double helix by Watson and Crick in 1953. Although it was pre-identified or discovered by Rosalind Franklin, as this experiment of Hershey and Chase was conducted in the year 1952, just a year after Watson and Crick confirmed the DNA double helix. Despite the significance of the experiment, Martha Chase was excluded in receiving the honor for that experiment. Despite the significance of the experiment, Hershey received the 1969 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, shared with Max Delbrück and Salvador Luria, while Martha Chase was not honored. This is highlighting broader gender inequities in science during her era. This is highlighting broader gender inequities in science during her era, just as how it happened to Rosalind Franklin. She was forgotten. Similarly, Martha Chase was forgotten. It was only Hershey that received the 1969 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, but still her contributions were recommended and should never be forgotten. After leaving Cold Spring Harbor in 1953, she continued research at Oak Ridge National Laboratory and later at the University of Rochester, where she collaborated on plant genetics and recombination studies, including work with August Duermann and Franklin Starr. Despite the significance of her contribution, Martha's scientific career was relatively short. She pursued graduate studies but faced personal challenges and did not complete her PhD. She eventually left scientific research. In her later years, Chase suffered from a degenerative neurological disease, a dementia that affected her speech and mobility, leading to a reclusive life. Martha Chase died on 8 August 2003. She died on 8 August 2003 in Lorraine, Ohio, United States of America, at the age of 75. Martha's role in the Hershey-Chase experiment helped transform molecular biology and genetics by confirming DNA as the carrier of genetic information. Her role in the Hershey-Chase experiment helped transform molecular biology and genetics by confirming DNA as the carrier of genetic information. Although her career in science was brief, her career in science was short. Her contribution remains one of the most critical experimental findings in the history of molecular biology, molecular medicine, and genetics. If you want to know more about the life and work of Martha Chase, you can refer to the following references. You can refer to the book with the title Reconcilable Letter, Alfred D. Hershey and the Origins of Molecular Biology, published by Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, Press, in the year 2000, which was edited by Franklin Starr. You can also refer to the book with the title The Eighth Day of Creation, The Makers of the Revolution in Biology, by Horace Freeland Jackson. You can also refer to the article with the title Dr. Chase at the University of Rochester, the woman in STEM who was forgotten. That article was published in the Journal of Undergraduate Research, Spring 2024, second issue, volume 22. You can also refer to the article with the title Independent Functions of Viral Protein and Nucleic Acid in Growth of Bacteriophage. That was the paper of Martha Chase, the original research paper of Martha Chase and Hershey, which was published in the Journal of General Physiology in the year 1952.